Happy Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. What episode are we on, Producer James?
85.
85 episodes. And in my head, I just, kind of say me and James come up here and record stuff and he puts it out there, but I forget that people actually listen to it. Like, how many people listen to the show, watch it or listen to it?
Total per episode, somewhere between probably 15 to 20,000 each episode.
Y'all bored as hell, huh? If I am the source of y'all's entertainment, you know what? That just goes right along with the theme of 2020. So anyway, if you want to continue to listen to the show or watch the show, make sure you subscribe to our Facebook page. Yes, I'm still in Facebook jail, but they still allow us to play the videos. Also, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is under the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast, correct? You can also subscribe to us on iTunes. And while you're doing that, it'd be so dope if you just left us a 5-star rating. You can also catch the show on the TuneIn app, the Laughable app, and the iHeartRadio, right?
Yep.
I have to say this, that of all the platforms that the show is broadcasted on, I am the most proudest to be on the Laughable app because you have to be funny to be on there. And the majority of the people that have shows on there, they are professional comedians, right?
That's right.
And I'm up there with them.
You're funny. We always say you're funny.
Funny-ish. So anyway, if you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It is time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
All right, so 2020 just continues to be an asshole of a year. We just lost actress Naya Rivera. A lot of you know her from Glee. I remember watching her on Family Matters. Yeah, I watched her on Family Matters. I've kind of kept up with her throughout her career, but she got most famous for being Santana on Glee. As you all know, or you may not know, last week she and her son, her 4-year-old son Josie, rented a boat and went, what do you do, like, on a boat? Boating? What do you call it?
Well, I think they were swimming, right? Like a boat.
They were at a lake.
Yeah.
So at some point, no one is exactly sure what happened, but it's looking as though she and Josie got off the boat to go swim, and apparently that lake, I think it's Lake Peru, if I'm not mistaken, Piru.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's got lots of...
There's a lot of snags and brush stuff.
One part of it is like 7 feet, then it drops all the way down to like 42 feet. And what is it called, the little spin things in the water?
Whirlpools?
Yeah, they have those too. You can tell I'm black because I don't know shit about what I'm talking about as far as the water.
Spin things in the water.
Spin things in the water. So it looks like they possibly got caught up in that or some strong currents, which I didn't even think lakes got currents,
Lakes
but they
have
do.
currents, yeah.
And this part is just heartbreaking. It seems as though, from what investigators are saying, she used all of her strength to get her son back in the boat, but wasn't able to she didn't have enough strength to get herself back in the boat. A boater actually found Josie asleep with his life jacket on in the boat, and that's when they realized that Naya was missing. It took about almost a week for them to recover her body, which they just recovered her body
Was it
Tuesday.
yesterday or
Yeah.
Tuesday?
Yeah. Which I'm glad they did, because at first they were saying that there was a possibility that they would never be able to recover her body. And I know for sure that's just devastating to any parent, the loss itself, and then not even being able to lay her body to rest. So fortunately they were able to do that. But lots of celebrities and lots of fans of Naya have gone to social media to just express their sadness over this great loss. Some of you guys may remember Naya because she had an engagement to Big Sean. And in fact, his song, I Don't Give a Fuck About You, was supposedly about her is still the jam. But she went and wrote a book that said some shit about him. That's my type of petty right there. This is really a great loss. This is a great loss for the entertainment world, especially the entertainment world for people of color, with Naya being, having her ethnic background is Black and Spanish. So this is just, it's a loss on many different levels, and her family, without a doubt, is most definitely in my prayers, and that poor baby. Just, I was actually reading some stuff about when people do go swimming and they do get into trouble and trying to get back onto the boat. So to me, you know, you just think about it, okay, you're just getting back onto the boat, but it's really hard to get your weight out of water and onto a boat. And they said that so often when someone jumps into the water to save someone who's drowning, they have enough strength to save the person that they went to go rescue, but then they don't have enough strength to actually rescue themselves.
Yeah, and what people don't realize sometimes is that swimming in a swimming pool means you're standing most of the time.
Right.
When you're in a lake or a body of water, true. If you're not used to swimming and treading water and that kind of exertion, you'll run out of energy way before you think you should.
And it looks like that was the case with Naya.
That tends to happen in lakes and slow-moving bodies of water.
So that will ensure that I will keep my black ass out of the ocean, lakes. We're not floating no rivers. We're not taking no cruises. I'm not getting on a boat. Well, I was like that yesterday and the day before that, so really nothing has changed. But in all seriousness, Naya, big love to you, girl. All right, moving right along, Tamar Braxton. I don't know why she's still talking, because she just never really has anything that important to talk about, but somehow always tries to reach for something. And she reached really, really, really far with this one. So she took to social media today to state that she and her sisters, who are the stars of the Braxton family, what is it, Braxton Family Values?
Yeah.
That is on Oxygen, no, WeTV, makes 75% less. They make 75% less than the Kardashians.
For, you mean, like comparing show to show?
Yeah.
Or, well, they're on
totally different networks.
Yeah.
E! News is not even in the same caliber as WeTV. And just in case she hadn't noticed, y'all aren't the Kardashians, okay?
And no one quite gives that much of a fuck about the
Braxtons. I mean, here's the thing. Toni Braxton was a superstar in her heyday, okay? And we still give much love to Toni, but Toni hasn't had even close to a hit in several years. Tamar's first album did okay, but then it all went to her head. She got fired from whatever that talk show was that she was on. And the other sisters, people don't really even know their names. I do. It's Trina, Tracy, and Tawana. Okay, we know all their names, but you're not in the same, you're not even in the same boat as the Kardashians. The Kardashians, as talentless as they are superstars. They are smart, okay? What y'all needed to do, and y'all could probably still do it if you asked really nicely, y'all need to get Kris Jenner on y'all's team, then perhaps you'll start making a little bit more. You're still not going to be on a Kardashians level. Look at all the things that the Kardashians do. They just don't have the show. At this point, that show could go away, and the Kardashians would still be on the level that they're on. They've got makeup lines. They are producers. What else do they do? They marry athletes and other celebrities. They make sex tapes, and they're very active. They're on the cover of magazines like Vogue. There's no I don't know what the hell the rest of the Braxton sisters are doing.
But isn't it kind of sad that the Braxton sisters do have an immense amount of talent?
Yes.
And the Kardashians not the same?
That's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. It really does, yes. The Braxtons, to me, are kind of like the Jacksons. Like, how do parents create children and all of them are beyond talented? I had one. I put everything I had into that one. That bitch can't sing a tune, nothing. She can't hum, nothing like that. She can't act. She can't draw. None of that stuff. Yeah, I mean, so yes, they are a very talented family. I wouldn't say the acting bug bit them. They may try to claim that it did, but they are all fantastic singers. And that's just the world that we live in, that you can have a group of women, regardless of color, who are extremely talented versus the Kardashians, who are not quite talented, but they are very smart business people.
Smart business people. They have good people on their teams, and they just have that influence where everything they touch turns to gold.
And you know what? That's not an easy thing to do right now, because with social media, you'll have someone who's big, and they're big for maybe, let's just say, a year. Then you don't hear from them anymore. Remember that little boy who did the floss? Nobody talk about him anymore. He was on award shows and everything like that. I think actually he was in the news last week because somebody hit him. But like, for real, for real. Like, someone punched him or something like that. But we don't even know his name. We're still calling him the little floss boy who wore the backpack. I don't know his name at all.
Lil Floss.
Lil Floss. That's what his name is. So, yeah, I can bet that being one of the Braxtons and knowing that you have this talent and you're nowhere near where you want to be, and then you see someone like the Kardashians, I mean, I would be jealous as fuck about that. And Tamar, this article or whatever you just did, it made it seem like you were very jealous of the Kardashians. Here's the thing. In situations like this, instead of going out and saying, oh, we make 75% less than they do, and it has to be a color thing, you need to get in contact with the people that the Kardashians work with and say, hey, what can we do to get on this level or even close on this level? Because it is possible, and having a sex tape most definitely helps as well.
Well, imagine
especially if it's a good one.
Imagine if Tamar did a sex tape with her first husband, that one that was on the show.
Not cute at all.
No.
No. All right, moving right along. Last week, the Broadway show Hamilton was put on Disney Plus. I know that because, of course, it was all over the interwebs, but my daughter and her friends went buck wild about Hamilton. So I like the theater, but I won't sit here and say that I know everything about the theater. I enjoy going. We usually try to go like twice a year. We've been slacking off a little bit here recently. But I didn't exactly know what Hamilton was about. And I'm not sure how the conversation in our house started when they saw my stupidity about the show Hamilton. Producer James, do you care to elaborate?
Well, yeah, the first question was, well, who's it about?
Mm-hmm.
And Skylar said, Alexander Hamilton. And your response was?
That's the guy that created the telephone. Alexander Hamilton Bell. Right?
No.
Okay, but that's what I said.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, no,
Okay.
It wasn't Alexander Graham Bell.
Okay.
Alexander Hamilton. So then the question was, well, you know, he was one of the famous people that got killed in America's history, and you didn't quite know who shot him either, right?
I thought he was a president after y'all said he didn't create the telephone, because y'all said something about George Washington, so I was really very confused.
Yeah, we had to go through pretty much like high school history all over again in our house.
And it wasn't cute. So I am going to make time, since Skylar has educated me about the show, about the characters, and all of its greatness. I am going to schedule time over the weekend to sit down and watch this, now that I know that Hamilton was like the right-hand man of George Washington, correct?
Correct.
But see, look, in my own defense, okay, I looked at the cast, and they were all young people, and they were all ethnic young people. I thought Hamilton was like a pop star / rapper. I thought that's what the show was about. My bad. They need to start putting descriptions on their shit when they send it out like that.
Yeah, just the name Hamilton doesn't really tell you a lot about.
It rang not one bell in my head at all. None.
Telephone.
No, yeah, the telephone. Ring, 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 ring. I thought that's who it was. All right, so when we get back, we're going to talk about school openings, my need for an emotional support animal, and what else are we talking about?
Dating during a pandemic.
Yeesh. We'll be right back. Sassy Class Boutique is the hot spot for your fashion, beauty, and home decor desires. We celebrate women of all shapes and sizes with our trendy collection of regular and plus-size clothing. Looking for the right accessories? We have upcycled Louis Vuitton handbags, vegan purses, and jewelry to add sass to your class. We also offer health and beauty products from salon-quality hair care to cruelty-free makeup. Our edgy home decor items will make you the envy of all of your neighbors. Sassy Class Boutique also offers custom items like shirts, hats, and other gifts for any occasion. All of our vendors are female-owned small businesses, and together we are Sassy Class Boutique. Located at 3709 Fata Drive in Dickinson, Texas, 77539. Or shop anytime with us at www.sassyclassboutique.com.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. So right now, we're about a month away from what would normally be a new school year. The problem is that we are still very much in the middle of a pandemic, that the number of people that are getting it is on the rise, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. So here in Texas, I know that the majority of the schools have been given the options, like your kids can either go have school face-to-face, or they can choose to have online or distance learning. So my friend who is an educator, I kind of was asking her about this. I said, so do you guys get the option as well? And she was like, no, so you just don't give a fuck about any of the teachers? Y'all don't care about the secretaries? Y'all don't care about the cafeteria workers? Y'all only care about the kids. What about the teachers who, have kids? And they're not going to even increase the amount of sick days that the teachers have. Like, have you ever been in a kindergarten classroom?
It's a petri dish.
It is the breeding ground for every cold, flu,
Ebola.
diarrhea, stomach bug. All of it is created right there in the kindergarten classroom. And you know who it was up there with no defense at all? The goddamn teacher. Like, whenever a kindergarten child goes to ask a teacher a question, this is how it starts off. Miss, can I have a... Okay, come on to the desk. The first thing they do when I get over there, they gon' call. She took my crayons. They're gonna pick their nose. Then they always want to give you a fucking hug. Yeah, really? And then you expect for these little motherfuckers to keep a mask on their face? They can't even keep up with their lunch kits, and their lunch kits have their names on them. I'm confused. This is confusing to me. I heard that HISD, which is Houston Independent School District, the majority of the bus drivers are not going back to work. And I don't blame them, because you know what? Some of them will probably make more money on unemployment anyway. And then you have to think about bus drivers. The kids don't know how to act inside the classroom. So imagine the fucking fool that they act on the school bus.
Oh, and imagine how many fucking little asshole kids are going to be like coughing on each other. Like coughing on each other.
Purpose.
Yeah, that'll be the new I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you.
Yes. Then they
coughing.
get on the school bus and they get behind their seat with their friend. Then one friend's open up a snack, take a bite, and give it to their other friend. The other friend takes a bite. Are we forgetting that we're dealing with children? Shit, the adults around here don't even know how to follow the goddamn directions. We have adults that are fucking getting arrested because they want to go inside places without wearing a mask. But we expect for the children to be able to follow directions.
But the children are our future.
A boogery, COVID-causing future. Yes, they are. Which, the kids are just being kids. This is what they've always done. But we're trying to get these numbers down before they have to start back closing Earth again, which, I don't know. I have a feeling that they're going to try to close things down again for a shorter period of time right before school starts so that the numbers will go down.
I hope not. I mean, let's just fuck everybody again just to make sure that they remember
Bear back.
it.
Bear back.
Bear back.
Yeah. I just don't, I feel so bad because teachers have families. They need their jobs. Whereas so many other companies, employees have the option to work from home. That is something that teachers, they don't have that liberty. So it is, I need my check to pay my bills and support my family, but I'm putting my health in risk every single day that I go to work. You know what they need to do? It just came to me. You know how the prisoners, when they get visitors, they got that damn thing up and they talk through the phone? Yep. That's what y'all need to build for all these fucking kids. Each one of them has their own thing. But you know what? Forget that. Because they're going to figure out a way to spread germs anyway. Put all of them behind one. Put the whole classroom behind one, and y'all have 3 phones, and the teacher selects the child that gets to go up to the phone and speak. Keep the teacher completely fucking protected. I think that's a great idea. Write that down, Producer James. Send that to TEA.
Got it.
Got it. All right. So another thing that has been going on, which is just shocking to me, is that people are still trying to date during the coronavirus. Okay.
I mean, love's got to find a way, right?
No, people just want to fuck, okay? No one's thinking about love right now because we don't know if the person's going to catch a disease. We don't know if they're going to die, if they're going to be in the hospital. So it's really a matter of people want to have sex. Let me say this. If there was ever a time to learn about self-pleasuring, the time is now. You do not need to be trying to date people. No, because for one thing, it's not fair because they're going to see you with a mask on. And then whenever the coronavirus is over with and you take that mask off, they're going to see that you have a fucking 2 buck teeth in the front, all your molars are missing, you got black moles on your face with hair growing out of them. Look, these masks hide a lot of shit. I just think that, you know, if you're going to try to date someone right now, it does not need to be in person, okay? This is a time for online dating. Maybe we should start our own online dating app. Okay. I think that would be good. I think it's stupid for people to try to date right now. Yeah, you're wearing a condom while you're fucking, but the motherfucker's in your face dripping sweat all over you, exposing you to coronavirus. That's just the way that I see it. I mean, I barely even let producer James touch me because I'm like, I don't know where you were.
Well, I know one thing that does not spread coronavirus. Anal. It's true. It's science.
I think we all.
I mean, you're facing away.
I think we all probably knew that, Producer James.
I just want to put it out
there. But thank you for going ahead and putting it out there. Now, can you put it back in? Okay?
If
but
your face is buried
kissing?
in a pillow, you can't spread corona.
But what about kissing, hand-holding, all those things?
Overrated, apparently.
All of this shit is overrated right now. This is a time to invest in your education and your money. Start an online business. The time is now. Right now is the best time to create that online boutique you've been wanting to do it. Do it right now. You want to be a rapper? Do it online. Release all them records online. Don't worry about doing any shows. Don't worry about doing any meet and greets. Go ahead and write that book, that tell-all book that you wanted to write. Write it right now. This is the time. Go back to school. Everything is online. Go ahead and get that associate's degree you've been trying to get for 15 years. Do it right now. And you know what? There's money out there to help you do all of the shit. That's just my advice. I mean, I just feel like dating from what the horror stories that people tell me is hard enough on its own. And then you add a killer virus in the mix. I think this is the Lord's way of saying, take a break from it all. Take a break. That person, that relationship wasn't going to work out anyway. Keep your ass at home. God wants us to stay at home and read books, probably more so the Bible. So maybe that's what we all should do because we haven't learned shit. Look at 2020, and you want to know what I heard today? Do you want to know?
Yes.
You will never guess what it was that I found out today.
Tell me.
A goddamn squirrel. A squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
The front lines of the forest. A squirrel. Tested positive for, what is it, the bubonic plague?
Bubonic plague.
Who? Like, we thought that was gone. Like, most people can't even pronounce it, as I just proved, and we sure as hell don't know how to spell it. But now it's coming back in too. And the squirrel?
It's never gone away. It just doesn't.
When was the
affect
last
people.
time you heard somebody or something that had the bubonic plague?
They find some every year across the world.
I ain't heard that. Perez Hilton had it on his thing today, so I heard about it, okay? But is that just not going right along with the fuckery that is 2020?
We really need like a scarlet fever or some
That's
typhoid
gonna be
or
next.
something back.
I mean, it's gonna be next. Watch, it's gonna be next week. Honeybees are spreading around the Black Plague. It just nothing at this point is even shocking me anymore.
I'm waiting for AIDS birds, like just
Yes.
birds dropping AIDS across the country.
And then, so let me see. We had Naya Rivera, who passed away. We had John Travolta's wife, who passed away. And you know, it always comes in threes when celebrities die. So the guy who used to host Mythbusters, the Asian guy,
Oh, that was sad.
died of a damn brain aneurysm
At 49,
at 49 years old.
Grant Imahara. That was sad.
That's his name?
Grant
Okay.
Imahara.
Imaha?
Imahara.
Imahara.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, see what I'm saying? 2020 is, sometimes I feel like I'm on a spaceship with E.T., the Predator, and Alien, and we just cruising through the universe, and we just look at the shit that is going on planet Earth, and we just say, let's just try, go circle back around. Circle back around. We're going to go to Mars. We're going to go to Venus, Pluto, even whatever that planet is that's just really, really hot. Let's just go there, too, because Earth is fucked all the way up right now. Look, it is like a movie right now.
It's like 8 movies.
It really
really
is. It is like, of course, The Walking Dead,
Outbreak.
Outbreak, Do the Right Thing,
Oh yeah, I forgot the race war.
X, Malcolm X, Shaka Zulu. Then what is something about corrupt politics?
Roots. You got a little bit of Roots going on.
Roots is always going on. Give me a movie that is about corrupt politics.
Oh, what is it? High Crimes or something?
High Crimes.
High Crimes, yeah.
High Crimes. Give me another one. Give me another one. Something about a corrupt leader.
Oh shit. I'm drawing a blank.
I'm drawing a blank too.
Anything about World War II?
Yes.
There we go.
It is like someone wrote a script. Okay, someone wrote a script that is the year 2020, but they were on crack while they were writing it.
Not even crack. Let's say meth.
Meth and heroin, because they go on a meth high, then they want to calm down, so they take heroin.
Then they get a
And
little
in
bit of
between
that
all of that,
acid.
they're writing this fuck fest of a script. That is the year 2020.
Yep. It is a shit show.
At this point, if I were driving down the street and I fucking saw a horse driving a pickup truck, it wouldn't even surprise me. It would not surprise me. Like, that's 2020 for you right there. I just, so much, and it's not stopping.
And don't forget, it's an election year.
It's all this shit. Okay, you know what? All the election years have something, but this goddamn election year is doing way too much, and we still have how many more months of it?
Oh, we about 4 more months.
Are we gonna make it? I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I don't know.
My nerves have been plucked beyond pluctation. Okay?
New word.
My eyelash lady is like, look, whatever is going on in your life that is making you lose all these eyelashes, please stop. I'm like, it's social media. It's just social media. It's just, I can't believe some of the things, discussions that we are having to have right now in the year 2020.
This is off topic, but did you see some lady did a TED Talk and said that pedophiles, like pedophilia, is a natural sexual orientation and should be protected and supported.
2020.
Just hashtag
Was it a
2020.
woman who said that?
Yes.
And that's what makes it scary. Okay, she must be friends with that one lady who helped Epstein with the sex trafficking. I can't even pronounce her name, but
Horrible is her name.
the
Awful.
fact that a woman actually said that, and it is no disrespect to men, because truth be told, more women are fucking their male students than men.
Sure seems like it.
Yeah, But that's just disgusting that she said
Yeah,
that.
that's one to look up for the audience.
Yeah,
Go
not
find
for
that.
me, because I'm not gonna look up that shit.
Right.
Because you know me, I would be on a flight. Can we even still take flights?
You can take flights.
Taking flights to that bitch's house and really saying, I want you to break this all the way down for me. I want you to explain to me face to face while I got this metal baton in my hand exactly what you meant by that TED Talk that you did. What is a TED Talk?
TED Talk is it's technology something something. It's where people get up, present things. Supposed to be thought provoking, intellectual.
Was there a crowd of people while she was
yeah.
talking?
Oh yeah, TED Talk is always a crowd.
Did everyone get up and leave?
No.
At 2020.
2020.
It's 2020. So yes, I have, been very emotional the last several months because just so much has been going on. You're scared for your safety and the safety of your family members as far as health goes. We are small business owners and trying to push through so that we can keep our businesses up and running. Then we're in the middle of a goddamn race wars, and it's just been a lot. And then, we didn't even get to watch the new Fast and the Furious movie at the movies. We didn't even get to watch the new, what was that? The new A Quiet Place. We didn't even get to watch Black Widow. Like, there's no movies. Isn't that a sad time right now? I have been an emotional basket case. I think it is quite obvious that I meet all of the standards of someone who needs an emotional support animal. Okay? But I want my emotional support animal to be one of these two, an elephant or a hippo. Okay?
Okay.
That's what I want. And if I go there, okay, first I got to get on the black market to see if I can buy a baby hippo and a baby elephant. But whenever I go to the place to register them as an emotional support animal, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to deny it, right?
I don't know if you can actually register a hippo or an elephant as a support anything.
So when I go down there to register my hippo and my elephant,
To the black market?
whatever, it don't matter
Okay.
where they came from. They don't ask you where they come from.
Well,
They
'cause
don't
black-
ask you
well-
where a dog come from.
Remember, black markets matter.
When they deny it, we already got our story together. Because elephants, hippos, the creation of black people are all from where? Africa. So we're going to take this case of racial profiling
Now's the time.
all the way to the Supreme Court.
So basically you're saying you can't get denied if you tie something back to black or Africa. You won't be denied right now.
And between my black ass and a hippo and an elephant,
Y'all
we
win.
got the case. But I don't want to have to talk to Clarence Thomas because he like to be touching women and shit. And I don't want Clarence touching me. I don't want Clarence to have any reason to ask me to go back to his chambers. Now we gonna do. Well, can I bring my emotional support hippo with me to go back in your chambers, Clarence? Yeah.
Let's break this down.
Yes.
How exactly would a hippo help? Would you carry it around with you? Would it be on a leash? Would it be like a seeing eye dog? It's with you all the time, or how's that work?
Think about the question that you just asked and who you asked it to. You already know the answer.
You would have it on a leash, wouldn't you?
Pink, bling, all the way out. We gonna wear matching outfits together. We're gonna go get mani-pedis together. We gonna go get the elephant's trunk. He gonna have a little earring in his trunk. It's gonna be so super cute. The hippo gonna go with me to get a wig made. It's gonna have a wig.
You're gonna make that hippo look like one of the fucking hippos from Fantasia. With
Probably.
like a ballerina outfit on and a tutu.
You already know.
I know.
You already know. So
I got to build a pond in the back for the hippo.
do what you gotta do because we're gonna be billionaires after we take the case to the Supreme Court.
That's right.
Everybody gonna be throwing money at us. We'll probably even get our own fucking show on Nat Geo or the Animal Planet.
I would love to have you on a show where it's just you and every fucking here's a show pitch. Every week Keisha picks an animal that she wants to hang out with, and they make that happen no matter how off the wall the request is.
And what you guys may not know is that I'm a huge animal lover. And animals love me for some odd reason. Animals and babies love crazy people.
She's the Beastmaster.
I really am. They call me the Beastmaster at home. So me walking around, anyone who knows me that would hear that I have adopted a hippo and an elephant would not be surprised at all.
No surprise.
They probably not going to want to hang around my ass. They'd be like, this bitch has totally and completely lost her mind. We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't think it was going to happen this soon. We figured she'd probably get Alzheimer's disease around the age of 80. But this right here, too much. But hey, guess what year it is? 2020. All right, so when we get back, I'm going to be awarding the Bitch Please of the Week. So stick with the Libra Lounge.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back to the show. Before we get into Bitch Please, I wanted to let you guys know that my media company, Pink Phoenix Media, we're in the process of doing a documentary, and we want to hear from people about the state of the world that we're in right now in regards to what I keep calling the race wars, and everyone laughs at me, but kind of is. We want people to just tell us how they define the word racism, how they define the term white privilege. Do people actually know what systemic racism is? I want people to give different viewpoints about this. I want children to be able to tell us what they know, because kids know a lot. They're aware of the things that are going on. We just want it to be a way to convey messages without feeling like you have to defend your stance either way. If you're interested in being a part of it, it is not a paying gig, but you can email us at libraloungeradio@gmail.com, and you can either be on camera, you can come into the studio and record your part, or you can record a video at home and send it to us, or you can do it written, where you just write us or send us an email with your thoughts and we put that on the screen, or we can do audio with you. We're willing to work with you with any way that we can. We don't want it just to be a black-white thing. We want to hear from all ethnicities. We want to hear from people of all ages, all people of all, economic backgrounds. We want it to be a nice gumbo of people talking about this. So hopefully we all can learn a little bit, vent a little bit, and start making some changes around here, because we got to do better in the year 2021, okay? All right, so it is time for the Bitch Please of the Week from the Libra Lounge.
Bitch, please! You be rolling down the street, telling stories, bitch, you never tell the truth. Bitch, please. Everybody know you lying, bitch, cause all you do is lie.
Yeah. This one right here, it is a bitch please, but it is also me being the kind-hearted Christian woman of many spirits. This is me offering advice so that you don't say what it is that other people have been saying and fuck around and get your ass kicked by a mob of black people. Okay, so producer James, picture please. If I had $1 for every time since George Floyd died that some white person has said to me, well, my family's not racist. My ancestors, they pick cotton for a living. For a fucking living, which meant that you got paid for your job. Is that what happened with slaves, James? Were they paid? Were they compensated for being out there in the field picking cotton with master riding around on a goddamn horse, whipping them and shit? Was that the case, producer James?
I don't think they had a 401k plan. I'm pretty
No.
sure.
No, they ain't had that. No.
Shit,
They didn't even have a house.
Oh, they had a house.
A shack.
Well,
Yeah. So, I know you're trying to bridge that gap, but what you're really doing is pouring gasoline all over it and throwing a match on it. That is, look, if you are trying to find a way to bond with a black person during this crazy time right now, that is most definitely not the thing to say, because you're about to piss off some black people. How many people have I cussed out for saying this stupid shit to me?
It has been a cavalcade of fuckery in the last couple months. It really has been.
But here's the thing. That just shows you how the ignorance that is plaguing our country. For someone to think that they understand the struggles of black people because their relatives pick cotton for a living, versus black people being slaves. It's not the same thing.
I do love this picture because this girl's expression is your expression every single day if you were back in the plantation days.
I beg to differ. Because one of two things would have happened to me if I were a slave. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what they are. One, me being so cute and having a big booty and all and big titties, probably would have been masses. What do you call it? A concubine?
Concubine?
Yes, I would have been them, and all the little high yellow children, they would have been mine. I would have birthed them.
In the big house.
In the big house. And the other situation I would have been in I would have been lynched. Because you cannot tell me that even being a slave, I wouldn't be out there talking shit. Straight off the fucking boat, still speaking African Zulu, I still would have been out there talking shit. My ass would have got beat, whipped. What was that damn box they put that girl in that Quentin Tarantino movie?
Oh,
the hot box? Yeah, I would have just that one mine. That one right there. That one right there. Well, my name would have been on. I'm like, that one right there, that's mine. Now you just go on to the next one now. I mean, they probably would have eventually just had me set up in the goddamn box. Like, they would have built me a kitchen in there, just, you know. They probably would have let me have a canvas and some paint, do some artwork or some shit like that. And they probably would have let me do animal training in there. Because trust and believe without a shadow of a doubt, that is where I would have spent the majority of my time. Producer James may beg to differ. Because he thinks he would have been the master, and he knows I would have been in his bed, right?
I'm just saying, if I was a big daddy, you'd be big mama.
I hate him so very much.
What?
All right, so make sure you're following us on social media, and we will catch you guys next week. Please don't be racist. Wash your fucking hands. Put the mask on, and don't be racist. It's all really simple, guys. We'll see you next week.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.